Look, that Krishna who began saying there was not I, nor were you, nor these kings, says now that he had several births before. Krishna doesn't contradict himself, though it looks like it. He confirms to the outlook of Arjuna and speaks to him from his level. There is a parallel passage in the Bible where Jesus says, before Abraham was I am. The teachings of the sages are suited to the time, place, people, and other surroundings. The visitor said he was leaving with regret. Maharishi smilingly interrupted, there is no leaving or returning. The Frenchman at once said, he has transcended time and space. He returned to Pondicherry. 30th May 1936. Talk 190. There is a pet squirrel in the hall which usually retires into its cage before nightfall. Just as Maharishi was telling it to retire for the night, a visitor who had announced that he had attained the transcendent consciousness suggested that water might be offered to it, since it was likely to be thirsty on this hot evening. His presumption to understand animals evoked no response. He repeated it. After a few minutes' silence, Maharishi said, you are probably thirsty after your long meditation in the hot sun on the hotter rocks and you would like to drink a jug of water. Devotee, quite so. I have taken water. Maharishi, the squirrel is not so thirsty because you were practicing austerities in the heat of the sun. You should feel thirsty. Why prescribe it for the squirrel? Maharishi added. I noticed him standing on the hot rocks facing the sun with eyes closed. I stood there for a while, but didn't want to disturb him and came away. These people do as they please. Devotee, what I didn't intend beforehand. It was spontaneous. Maharishi, oh, I see. Whatever we others do, we do with intention. You seem to have transcended all. Devotee, this is not the first time I did so. You yourself inspire me and make me do all these things. Yet you ask me why I did it. How was it? Maharishi, I see. You are doing actions being controlled by me. Then the fruits also should be considered similarly to be mine and not yours. Devotee, so they are undoubtedly. I act not of my free will but inspired by you. I have no will of my own. Maharishi, enough of this rubbish. So did Duryodhana of old in the Mahabharata say. What is the difference between you two? Maharishi, devotee, I see the difference, but I have no will and act without it. Maharishi, you have risen high above the common run. We others are acting with personal will. Devotee, how, sir? You have said in one of your work that action can be automatic. Maharishi, enough, enough. You and another visitor behave as transcendental beings. You are both fully learned. You need not learn more. I wouldn't have said all this had you not been coming here frequently. Do as you please. But these eccentricities of the beginner's stage will become known in their true light after some time. Devotee, but I have been in this state for such a long time. Maharishi, enough.